Hey Thrivers, how's it going? I am feeling back to my old self. Oh my goodness, it's been so crazy with so many sick kids, but I'm feeling better than ever. They're all on the up and up. I had to take my 5-year-old to the doctor yesterday and get her on antibiotics for strep throat. But today, oh my goodness, we got a good night's rest and that feels so good. So going back to, was it day 4, which we were grateful for our health. So thankful for our good health and good health of our children. Now, yesterday's challenge I really appreciated, which was being very grateful for our work and increasing our feelings of appreciation about the work that we do. Whether that be in the workplace, whether you're self-employed or you own your own business, having a deep sense of gratitude will increase the amount of abundance coming your way, your satisfaction, and your level of fulfillment. And I just wanted to share a quick example. Right after Ben and I, well, actually we had just moved from Bayfield. We had sold our business, sold our home. I was still in the middle of fighting cancer. And we actually moved onto his parents' property and we were living in a camper trailer. Okay, imagine this, a camper trailer with 6 children, a new baby, and I was continuing chemotherapy and I was also started radiation. So we went there to be closer to family, and Ben was working in Colorado Springs at an auto body shop. We had owned our own auto body shop for 5 years previously to that in Bayfield, Colorado. And then we moved up there. And so he was able to find a position and he was doing very well there. And he saw the opportunity that he could advance eventually and that it would be, it would be good, decent income for our family. But I could see that the life was kind of being sucked out of him and that his sense of obligation to provide for us was so strong, but that he was doing something he didn't ideally love. And one thing that this entire experience having cancer taught me, and I still firmly believe this, is that life is too short to spend it doing something that you don't love. That doesn't mean that you're going to love every aspect of it or that you're going to love it every single day, but life is too short to spend it doing something that you don't love. And so what is your passion? What are your natural talents, skills, and abilities? What light can you bring to the world? What would really fill you up? If you could ideally do anything, play the pretend game, what would it be? And for him, he loves flying. He loves aviation. And we had started flight school early in our marriage, and then we had paused due to some regulations changes. It just was impractical to take on more student loan debt at that time because they literally doubled the amount of hours that a pilot would need to then become commercial. And we were students at the time, so we decided not to go that way. Now, so here we were, and he was 31 or 32, I can't quite remember now, but about 32 years old. And I just said, I can see that you are working really hard and really diligently to provide for us, but that you don't love this job. Why don't you go back to flight school? We're already living in a camper trailer. We've already sold our home and our business. Why not just go do what you love and make this life what you want it to be and go pursue your passion. So for a year, we went full-time back to flight school. And with our 6 children, we lived with family, we made sacrifices, and it was hard, right? With 6 children to go back to school full-time to do that. And then start to become a flight instructor and all of the changes and transition that we've had with all of that. That being said, it has been the best decision we've ever made as far as career choices for him, because he's absolutely doing something that he loves every single day. He gets to go up and fly, and he gets to look down on the world and has that sense of freedom, and he just is so passionate about it. And for me, that's such a blessing to have a husband that is doing something that fills him so much and is so meaningful to him. It's a blessing to our lives because he is happier, he is more fulfilled, and that carries over into everything else that we do. Now, I specifically came together with Mark to create a business that I love and to serve you in a way that is impactful and meaning to me in the deepest sense, because I understand that time is precious. I have 7 children now, and my time is very, very precious, right? I always put my children first and my family first, but I did know that I wanted to contribute to the world in a meaningful way. And that the most important thing to me is family and marriage. And so I do work that is deeply meaningful and purposeful to me, despite the challenges, and they are great, to help people in such an important way. I love what I do, and I'm so grateful for that. So how did you do with the challenge? What did you find to be grateful for about your work? Are you doing what you love? And maybe you can take some time to find some inspiration there and see, maybe it's time to maybe be brave and make a change in your work environment, and you'll find great blessings and abundance come to you as you do that. My Wi-Fi is jumping around, so I'm sorry if I'm losing you guys here and there. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It just jumped from one to the other. So hopefully you guys can see and hear me okay. If you can, let me know. Love to hear from you, and love to hear how this challenge is helping you, especially with yesterday's with our work. All right, so today we're doing Rhonda Byrne's The Magic. We're on day 7, The Magical Way Out of Negativity. Now, I know a lot of you are really struggling, and some of you reached out to me yesterday, and we're talking about how you're having a hard time, and that you're feeling feelings of depression, feelings of hopelessness about your situation, about your marriages. And so this is going to be really helpful for all of us, I'm sure. The magical way out of negativity. A thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. I cannot even say this person's name. Baha'u'llah, something like that. Persian founder of the Baha'i, I can't even say it. Sorry, Baha'i faith. Okay, I butchered that. Sorry, guys. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity, because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return. Italics on those words, take and give. If we're taking things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return, and we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing. Are you grateful for your health when it's good? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day? Or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it? Or do you take your pay or salary for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly? Or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when there are problems? Ooh, that's a really good one. Are you grateful when your car is working well? Or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day? Or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts and words. So when you complain, by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. If you're complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your family, a friend, a stranger, waiting in line, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you are not being grateful, and you're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong, you have unintentionally not been grateful enough. It's impossible to be negative when you're grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you're grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you're grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you're grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you're grateful. And the best news is that you have any negative situations in your life currently, if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear in a puff of smoke, just like magic. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in the negative situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude will magically transform every negative circumstance. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad game, which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the Glad game featured in the movie through my childhood and adolescence. To play the Glad game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation makes the solutions appear. That is so 100% true. Love to see if you guys have experienced that yourself. That when you find the good things, the things to be grateful for in a negative situation, the solutions appear. All right, Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." So, so true, especially with the crises going on in the world today, where people are being gunned down or their houses are burning or they're burning and perishing in the fires in California, and the many wars and awful situations throughout the world. At least we didn't die. We're still here with another chance to wake up, to breathe, to express our love to our loved ones, and to try again to be better. All right, continuing on. Let Buddha's words be your inspiration, and today take one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or in your gratitude journal. As an example, your problem might be that you're out of work, and despite your best efforts, you're still unemployed. To magically turn this situation around, you have to do a concentrated practice of gratitude on the situation. Here are some examples of what you might say. 1, I am so grateful to have had more time for my family during this period. 2, I'm grateful that my life is in a lot better order because of the spare time I've had. 3, I'm grateful that I've had a job most of my life and that I am experienced. 4, I am truly grateful that this is the first time I've been unemployed. 5, I'm grateful that there are jobs out there and more new jobs are appearing each day. 6, I am grateful for all the things I've learned in applying for jobs and in doing interviews. 7, I am grateful that I have my health and that I can work. 8, I'm grateful for my family's encouragement and support. 9, I'm grateful for the rest I've had because I needed it. 10, I'm grateful that through losing my job, I've realized how much having a job means to me. I had never realized that until now. As a result of the unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances, and their current situation must and will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation, and there are unlimited ways that the negative situation can change. All you have to do is practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example, a son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, it never seems to be good enough for his father. Okay, I'm just going to go through a few of these. 1, I'm grateful that most of the relationships in my life are good. 2, I'm grateful to my father for working hard so that I can have the education he didn't get. Let's go to 5. I'm grateful that my father is not as tough on me these days as he used to be in the past. So it's all about, and I'm not going to read the rest, but you can go and read them yourself. It's all about looking at the situation and finding what is good about it, finding what you can learn and what you can appreciate. All right. As a result of the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will change their relationship for the better. The son changed the way he thinks and feels about his father, which immediately changes what he attracts from his father. Even though the son was being grateful in his mind at an energetic and quantum level, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father. Provided he maintains his gratitude by the law of attraction, the son must receive far better circumstances with his father, and the relationship must begin to improve immediately. Remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way that you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working in your feelings lifting. So when you do feel better about it, you know the situation will improve and the solutions will appear. The answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus concentrated gratitude on it until you feel better inside. Then you will see the magic work its wonder on the outside world. In making your written list, make sure you list each of the 10 things you're grateful for in the following way. I am so grateful for blank, or I am truly grateful for blank, and finish the sentence with what you're grateful for. You can also use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude's magical power if you find it easier. I am so glad that blank, and finish the sentence with what you're glad about. Once you've listed 10 things you're grateful for, finish the magical way out of negativity practice by writing thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. It may be challenging, but see if you can make it through one day. There is an important reason to do this because most of us have no idea how much we speak negatively, but you'll have an idea after watching your words for a day. Remember that negativity and complaint bring about more of those things. And if you're aware of what you're saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequence of what you're about to say. Here is a magic lifeline that you can use if you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for blank. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic lifeline with you and grab a hold of it whenever you need it. And if a little problem or situation appears in the future, remember to put out the embers with gratitude before it grows into a fire. At the same time, you will ignite the magic in your life. All right, so here's our challenge for day 7. Who's in? Leave a comment if you're in here. On our day number 7, the magical way out of negativity, count your blessings, write down the 10 things you're grateful for and why you're grateful for them. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, choose one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve. List 10 things you're grateful for about the situation. At the end, say thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, number 5, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. If you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative, use the magic lifeline. Stop immediately and say, I have to say that I'm really grateful for blank. Awesome. Well, I am absolutely going to do this. And I hope that you guys are in. Awesome. Bob says he's in. I know a lot of you are really taking this challenge to heart. I have seen more gratitude expressed in this group and in your lives because of the things that you're posting and that you're sharing with me. And I so appreciate that. Michelle's in. Awesome. Very good. And I know it's making a difference for you. I know that it's making a difference for me as well. And what a better time of year when stress levels tend to go high because of all the expectations of family and holidays and Christmas and all of these things, that we make sure that we are focusing on what we are truly and deeply grateful for. This practice has transformed my life in an powerful and impactful way. It is how we tap into our power. Billy Ann, awesome, you're in. Cool, I love it. All right, well, I appreciate you guys. Share what you're grateful for. And if you find yourself struggling, make sure you do those 10 things of gratitude. And today, no negativity. We're not going to say anything negative. That's our challenge. I'm excited. Alan's in. Awesome. All right, appreciate you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.